How am I doing? Fine. Yesterday I have been meeting Lars and Torbo. And we were go-karting.
Hallo.
Hi. And when we were sitting in a restaurant, no, not really restaurant, but yeah, eating pizza, they got this new news that they might cast today. Alright.
How was the karting? Was it good?
Ja, also interesting it was. Also we booked for 3 times driving, so 3 times 11 minutes. And within 3.5 hours we only managed to drive twice. The weird thing was we were calling multiple go-kart tracks, and they said, oh, it will be full today, it's better you don't come here. But this karting track said, yeah, fine. So we came there, and we were literally alone when we came. But right after us came a group with 30 people. And then the thing was that only one single guy, can I please let me join the server? Hey, this game is so bad. It takes me ages. Like I'm already sitting at the menu where I only have to click on live, and it takes me 2 minutes to just join. It's so dumb. Yeah. Yes, I have watched the match just now. So what do we have here? Pahelion map. I really hope for no ice today.
No, it's not ice. It's a symmetrical map, actually. You can choose which way to go.
That's nice. Now my car doesn't even start driving. Wait. Oh, my gamepad is not plugged in. Oh, please. Okay, it works. I thought if I have to restart the game now to make the gamepad work, it would have been the worst ever. So... Is there a more difficult and an easier way, or completely symmetrical? I guess completely, yeah.
Yeah, completely.
Because you never know with red and green signs, so...
I followed the red signs in the start, but I think it's completely symmetrical.
Yeah, I'll talk later more about go-kart. Let's focus on this seating here. Okay, I thought that's a arrow down or whatever. Okay. That's the finish.
It's so hard to see with all the black parts. I hate that.
You actually have to go around. Okay. So what does he do? It's full speed, okay. This. Here slide. Okay, this long corner there before the finish is interesting. But yeah, that 70-14 from Big vs Solary, we were watching that live at the karting track. And we were shouting out so loud with all the guys behind us, yeah, they didn't know what's going on, but we were all the time, wah, wah! Was good. Was a nice match there, as a sub match. And then at some point we could drive our second heat, and when it was finished, we opened the Twitch app again, and literally saw the last 20 seconds of the last round of the big solo rematch. So perfectly tuned in for the end.
It was such a bad run and I'm top 17, it's crazy.
Ah, okay, here I have to track differently, so I don't get a corner like this. Okay, that's an improvement. Second! Ah. Okay. I take that.
Yeah. I really have issues with the visibility on this track. It's so blind somehow for me.
Also the decoration is confusing, I agree on that.
And also the black parts. Not a big fan. Will be always a bit difficult to spectate later on the symmetrical map. People drive different lines. Oh, top 7. Yeah.
First.
Nice.
I went the last, like, in the end, in the right turn, like pretty much the last right part.
Well, it depends which direction you drive. If it's right or left.
Yeah, like the last turn.
Yeah.
I went pretty much inside and then I hit something and bumped up.
Oh, the last turn is so long that I don't know where you were inside, where exactly.
It's like after the last checkpoint, there's like this inside. Not the last checkpoint, but or, like, you know, like before you have to turn again. Basically.
Ah, you mean when this road starts? That there's such a road starting thing, maybe that.
Yeah, it's so hard to explain here.
It is indeed. First of all, you can't really say left or right, and then you can't even. The last turn is even not that clear because it's such a long turn.
Okay. Oh, I lost so much in the end. Would have been something like top 5.
Oh, that's a PB? Okay. Can't really decide at the finish jump. Do I wanna jump? Or do I wanna try to keep grip?
Yeah, I was on the side. There's also this one jump where I think you want to release. Like there's a jump up to
Yeah, I release. And we jump uphill. Ah! Rip.
That's such a good run.
That would have been very good, I think, the slap here. Oh, do I keep grip there or not? No. 0.04.
Oh, I had so many good runs already, and I'm not even sure if I'm safe now.
I don't think that you drop so much in 2 minutes. Can I win the seeding? Need to improve my last one by a 10th.
Okay, now I'm safe.
I improved again, but not enough.
Yeah, I'm not too far behind.
Good. Oh, it's slow, it seems. Damn. Maybe that could have been it. I don't know.
But 12 is quite far ahead, actually.
Oh, I improved. Okay. Yeah, it would have been 0-1 without respawns.
Yeah, so you're PB, basically.
Yeah, but not enough, of course. But yeah, this last, no, not last, this little jump in the there are so many drops in the last corner. How do I explain which one? It is a small drop over a hole, you could even say. That landing is quite important before you have then an uphill jump that you also want to jump super diagonal and smooth. But that little drop before, how much you angle your car in the landing, that's very important, I think. I had some runs where barely came around.
Do you go left or right? In the start?
Right. I do the GPS line.
Yeah, there are 2 GPS.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
also I go
side.
right in the start and then the first no-side corner goes to the left. Then...
Yeah, right. Okay, I do it the opposite way.
Okay. Unirock, thank you. So it was my best seeding for a long time. Good map, not many players of course. But also a bit more focus. And I found the lines, I guess. Nice, Envy. Are the 2 paths the same? Yes, it's symmetrical. Also, I didn't look at it with FreeCam now, but I would just assume it is. But yeah, so the problem at the go-kart track was that there was only one guy that worked there. Only one guy. So that means when people were driving for 11 minutes, also an issue, there was not a possibility that people drive longer, make directly 22 or 33, it didn't work. So it was always only 11 minutes. And while they were driving, he had of course to watch out if people crashed. And when they finished, then he made all the go-karts off. Then he made explanations to the next drivers, what is yellow flag, what is blue flag, and so on. And then they went into the karts, and then he started every kart. He was alone, and it took ages.
Wow.
Like it's 11 minutes of driving, but in between the driving, there was always a break of at least 15 minutes because he was alone, and that takes so long. And,
that's annoying.
And it was, on the one hand, it was funny, on the other hand, also shit. When we then finally did our second run of the 3 that we should have, he teamed us with 2 girls. 2 girls that have never seen a kart before. They had no idea what to do, and what they drove, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Directly in the first corner, they just did not steer. They were driving. Also, they didn't even give throttle. They drove like 5 km/h or something, and went straight in the corner. Didn't make it around. Maybe they were surprised that you have to do so much force to steering also. And then they were standing there in every corner. One of the women only finished 3 laps. Their first lap was 7 minutes long. and in every lap you had to overtake or overlap them because they were so slow. or they were standing somewhere blocking. I could overtake 2 of them outside. Another time I wanted to overtake outside, didn't work because she drove straight. It was so crazy. Also, it was funny in one way, but on the other way it was shit. And in the first kart that I had, I drove the second best time of the day on the track. Was a good kart. And then when we drove with the girls, I had the worst kart ever. Also when we made the carts on, he said at my cart, oof, that was hot. Yeah, the engine was super hot, and apparently it had no power. There was absolutely no power. I started then driving out of the pit, and the car it didn't accelerate. It was so slow, and my lap times were then literally 3 seconds slower than in my first kart. That's the difference between the karts, and that's of course also super shit then.
Yeah.
When only like 1 or 2 karts have even the availability to try fast times. I mean, luckily I was in the correct kart in the first stint, but it was the first stint, so I first had to learn the track, and then I had only like 1 or 2 chances where I didn't have to overtake someone, and I didn't have a perfect lap together there, so it was more possible. But yeah, and yeah, we couldn't do the third one, the third 11 minutes, because they made a break. Because that one guy that was working there had to refuel all the carts. And that means a break of like 45 minutes at least, and that at prime time at 8 PM. Where you think, how can you do a break at that point of the day, yeah, for so long? Why is he working alone? The track itself was good, yeah, and he was also a nice person, but overall this was of course like the whole organization and was shit. And then we gave away our we got a card with 3 tickets on it. Basically we gave them away, and we got now 1 card with 5 free rides that we can then take another time. But of course I don't really see that us 5 will do that again. Probably will be other 5, or and then is also the question, but we couldn't really bother to wait. And when we wait for the refueling, then it's also obvious that the carts are heavier, and then you can also not attack the records from before. Now when they have more fuel, it's a logic, of course, that they can't be that fast anymore.
Yeah, and the group that was then there, was it like some kind of event that they made a race, or was it also that just they just did some slots?
They just drove some TimeAttack like we did.
Ah, okay.
And they came right after us. It looked so good, but then yeah, and then it took long to drive again. And we didn't know about the break. We could have maybe asked for driving earlier, but we were of course also watching that match between Solary and Big, so we were fine that we made 1 more round there. Yeah, and suddenly he tells us, yeah, there will be a break. Then we stop.
I'm really not consistent here. Oh, nice.
I didn't even push.
I still just jump into the corners and hope that my angle is good. Also funny was, there were posters around on the walls in the karting track, yeah, from Michael Schumacher and so on, and there was even a poster here on 13th of July, new cinema movie, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Yo. Yeah. But there were also posters with the prices on the karting track. And we expected those prices, but they were actually not up to date. They were more expensive than what we've seen. That was then also a bit weird. You think, yeah, 3 rides, 36 euros. And then she says 39. Huh? Okay. Why? That stands 36. Ah, no, it's more expensive now. Toll.
Yeah, I had a slowdown on the landing. Yeah, probably I'm out now.
You aren't.
No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a really low effort location.
Yeah, but the karting track itself is decent. But otherwise, yeah, also, I would say I would not go there again because of that. But we have to, because we have these 3 rides. It's yeah. But with the girls that was just too funny. Also the guy that was working there, ne? The whole 11 minutes he had to travel from one corner to the next where they were standing. He had to walk so much. I don't know what he must have been thinking in that moment. And they also didn't speak German. Yeah, he had to explain them so often about the rules. But it was so annoying because it took so much extra time that he had to explain them and then they didn't understand anything. Oh. They were so clueless in every regard.
I think they have to deal quite often with people like that, who don't really know how to drive.
He didn't even need to wave blue flags, because blue flags means slow down the cart to let the other driver pass, but they were so slow already, they couldn't slow down more. We overtook them. I overtook them in parts you would never be able. Oh, Darren is out. Wow, that's so unlucky for him actually. That is only 7/10 now. We never had such a close round. And he was, the last round's always top 5.
I think I saw him a few times also down there, where I was.
The previous rounds, the previous like 2-3 rounds, I think he was up in the top ranks. But he gets 2 trophies.
Oh my god. I hit the last checkpoint on the right, like because I jumped to the right and then I got pushed down and I bumped on the plastic on my back into the finish.
Oh, on the edge. I don't know who the guy was that won. Nau was his name. Nau.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. That was now a slower round because I had to adjust my line. Or maybe I didn't even need to, but that made me very slow when I did.
Yeah, I was really slow in the end. I think I was third in a checkpoint and then I had to release a lot. Still not sure about the line in the last long turn.
I'm actually very sure. I feel like the pressure that it is too easy now, and it gives me no pressure. Because it's actually a chance today if I bring everything together. And the chance is not that often there anymore, with people improving.
Like, do you go a little bit outside here to then have a better line in the end?
Yes.
Ah, okay. See.
Yeah, it's close for you.
What?
Oh yeah, that was...
I didn't even know. I thought it was a decent run. It was a decent run. But...
Yeah, first place is relatively slow this round, so we are all a bit closer together, but yeah, tight.
I had a bad release in that one jump, and then I jumped too far and had a bad landing, but other than that, it was a good run.
You seem to be not... Also, you can't afford any more bad rounds. Can always be over then.
I am first in the checkpoint and I might still be out. Am I? How was it still so fast? Nah, it was not fast. It was just a bad.
Okay, that was a bad... Yeah, I drove another 0.3.
Yeah,
also
yeah.
last one I did that, and with this 0.3 I was third. So the top times were super slow now. Yeah, this Nau TM on orange now. He was first in another round.
Yeah, that's now quite a bad round.
Also when you see the names, then there's really something possible. It's like literally 12, who is of course good, but afterwards there are then people that are good and that can drive a good round in the correct moment maybe, but it's not like impossible. Also this one shows a 12 with a great time, 0.9, but then a big gap to second. Ach nein. Upsala.
Oh, what? How was that such a close round?
I released for nothing. And then I'm out with that. I knew directly, oh god, why did I release? I had it easy. Easy. I think that was very winnable. But I struggled now because it was too easy. I didn't need to push, and that was the problem. I kinda lived off in the last turn, and then I dropped the gear, and it was RIP. Well, actually, only 2 other players took the same line as me. And one of them is 12, so maybe it's faster. Ah, damn it. Light out.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, I still struggled with the last turn.
It doesn't reach chat at all. They are not doing that rounds moment. But let me check now. There were a lot of raiders. Intex is 43 people. Thank you a lot. And welcome, guys. Ah, I hope now that 12 just drives really flawless. But if he doesn't, that was so winnable. This is a close round. We have Dunks in last place. He overtakes in his round though. And yeah. It was only him and his...
Can 12 go out for better spectating experience?
I'm so mad about myself that I just released for nothing. I just could have full speed, it would have been no problem. But I did that also in other rounds and thought already there, why do I release? And then I just do it again. So unnecessary. There was even a fast round that I had when I went out. I just lost that much. Yeah, Dunks a bit too far, that means he gets airtime in the transition. Milk and Shoya has a nice line. 12 actually in danger there, but Dunks is too far outside in this part. However, Jaffa Batavan made a mistake and he is out. Ah. Okay, there was something. I don't know what happened. Oh, no? Oh, here's something. Milk and Shoya, yeah. Didn't get around. Yeah, these players, as also Dunks, they are, in my opinion, way too far outside in that transition. Also, they don't cut over the hole, over the gap. Instead, they are super far outside. I don't know.
I think it's quite hard to control your line there because of all the little jumps. Like even if I wanted to, I didn't get the line that I wanted to drive.
Also Dunks has a good approach here. He can cut over the inside if he gets a good landing, but he had too much 2 wheel.
Bad landing.
Yeah. And 12 is also ahead. Also Dunk's now out. I mean, yeah, the rounds are decent, but red plays is always around 0.4 so far. So kinda doable. Now Techie 12. Let's spectate now. I have no idea who he is. Well,
He's dead, that's what I can tell.
Techie, by the way, will join me in a Royal Cup. Will be my teammate.
So we are cheering for Techie now.
I'm cheering for a great final round.
Okay.
With so good times that I can say no chance.
Who are you watching? I will watch the other one.
I will watch 12.
Okay. I go for Techie.
So far no crash.
Yeah. Still no crash.
Yeah. Good turn here.
Techie with the no slide.
Was it now positive or
Decent
negative?
turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of bad release, but it's so fun.
12 has a very good approach.
Not a lot of speed by Techie here, so it might be 12th round.
Has a bit airtime. It makes it 95, yeah. Okay. GG 12. I hope that 12 will just do a 0.9 in the finals. That would have been challenging to beat. That requires some good jumps and some risk. But let's see what my first tries on the map will get. Envy with a obligatory 1. Lars, of course, is not there. Because he's casting the Team GL. There is a cup theoretically at 8 PM. I don't know how big that will be though. Like other times there were just 2 or 3 drivers. Now the cup has some rounds format. So I'm not sure if I want to do Super Royale. Let's do the obligatory first try PB. Although that turn wasn't that optimal. No? Obligatory equal in my first attempt, 0.01, yeah.